So I found the birth center and had my third baby there at Valley Birthplace, and it was a wonderful experience. I had great care because of blood pressure issues before. She watched me like crazy and said, "You cannot deliver here if you have another problem with blood pressure." So, she was very careful with my care. I was able to deliver at the birth center, and it was lovely.
But as far as just them letting me do whatever I wanted to do during labor, very non-intervention. Basically, the midwife is there to catch the baby and to, give you suggestions like maybe this would be better if you did this at this point. And you at that point are free to do that or not. And that's just amazing.
I think midwives are so important to a community. They're the caring part of the birth process. The medical system tends to be quick. What my clients tell me is that they are in and out with their OBGYNs very quickly. They don't have that sense of caring and compassion that they get from their midwives and their doulas. The midwives and the doulas are the people that they turn to for the hand-holding. And that's a really important part of the process, especially for my first-time moms. They need someone who can walk them through, help them to understand, and be there to answer a question that might be more emotional and less physical, whereas their doctors tend to focus on the physical. Their midwives and their doulas can focus more on the emotional and help them over those hurdles as well.
And I'll never forget it. I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes, and I was freaking out. And I went in and I saw the midwife, Ruth, who is an older lady, and she doesn't deliver anymore, which in the back of my head, before I had seen her, I was like, I don't know, like she doesn't deliver, like I'm trying to meet all these midwives, so, because I don't know who I'm going to get when I go into labor. And we went in, it was like the middle of my pregnancy, and it's like God gives you who you were supposed to have. Like I was meant to have Ruth that day because I was so upset about the diabetes, and I literally broke down into tears and sobbed. I was afraid I was going to have to start taking insulin and, the diet restrictions, and oh my goodness, am I going to have to go to the hospital? It wasn't my birth plan. And she just made me feel so much better. She hugged me, she held me, and I mean, sitting here, I could cry just thinking of like how amazing she was.
Until 40, 50 years ago, really, there was not an opportunity for people to have a midwife experience. And there sure was not an opportunity for a at-home life experience, but not at home. And that's really what the birth center gives patients who want it. If you want that opportunity, you have it available to you. And the circle is a wide circle. And people come from an hour and a half to 2 hours away to deliver at a birth center, especially if they want at Bryn Mawr. So, I see patients and consults who come from a long way away for that care.
I love my birth center. I love my girls. I adore them. I embrace them. They will be a part of Aiden's life for forever. It wasn't a one-time event. It's a life process.